Alright everyone, it's time to finish up the railings outside. We did the front up here that you've already seen. Not everything obviously, and you can't really see them on the camera, but there we go. So I've got at least 3 on those ones, so finish this one, so I'll have 3. And then I'll end up going down on this side to get as much done as possible today. And then we're just gonna finish the ones inside. I gotta hook up the dryer vent. That's really it, so getting there. Alright, so we'll take our wire, come down, we'll go in the 3rd hole, bring it straight across. Now what I usually do is I let it just kind of sit there. I take the crimpers, make sure that they're turned on, and then I push up against this part of it to keep it steady, and then I just crank it down just enough so that it's tight there. It's not moving, I don't have to hold it with both hands. And then I push this one in and then cramp down, lift up with my thumb, cramp down, and then once it starts to really start to take and it doesn't really move, I'll do both hands, make sure that it's actually set. Let off just a tiny bit, move down, and cramp one more time. And she's locked in. Now I'm going to take the wire on the other side, so it's already taut because we've locked it in on the other side. Take our wire cutters, and what I do is I match it up to where the flat part is, where the wrench goes. And I cut just before that. So I kind of line this up, the back side of this, to where that flat piece is, right here. And then just make sure she's taut. A nice cut. Bring it in. And again, take our crimpers, push up against it so it's not moving. Just start it going down just enough, again, so that it's tight, it's not moving. Push this so that the wire is nice and taut, and again just do the same thing up and down once it starts to go and you know it's in, and then you can really go to town. Unlock it just a little bit, slide it down, second set. And we're done. Now for the wrench part, what we're going to do is take our wrench. It's got 3 spots you can put it on depending. Sometimes it's easier to get more leverage. I always just go in the middle one because once it's in the middle you have to worry about it hitting post above or below. If you're using it for leverage, you might have that issue depending on what your spacing is. So make sure you've got it on the right spot. Again, you can use this as you need it, reset, do it again. I just think that having it in the middle just makes it just a little bit quicker, so I don't have to do it. Also remember what side the screws are on, so left versus right. So as you're tightening on the left side, you gotta go the left towards you to make it tight. On the right side, you go normal towards the right, and that will tighten it up. So just make sure you're tightening up the right way. What I've been doing here is just getting it tight enough so where it sounds like you're playing a guitar, not a bass. Okay, you might be able to hear that a little bit deeper than what you would want. Still got some play in there, as you can see. And there we go. So it's not all the way tight, just got it nice and taut for the time being. do the rest of these, and then you can tighten them all up, because as you're tightening one, you don't want it to shift the post, so you want to try and do it all equal. So just make sure you're doing it at the same time. A couple more tips and tricks that I've learned on here, just to make things a little faster, is one, I put in all the screws first. So I did all the left sides, I went back, did all the right sides, just so that they be installed and I didn't have to stop and redo it each time. That definitely makes things a little quicker. And the second thing that I've been doing instead of doing one wire at a time is just running the wire, crimping it on one side, and bringing it over and cutting it, and then running the next one, cutting it, running the next one, cutting it, and then at the end, crimping all the ones on the side at the end. Just seems to be making things go a little bit quicker, because again, I'm not stopping, going back and forth as much. I can just leave the crimper on that side, go through, cut it, go back, crimp, cut it, and I'm not going back and forth. It just makes things a little quicker, a little easier. So just a little tip and trick that might make things a little quicker for you. Go rapid fire again. Right. Now it's time to go ahead and finish the rest of the railings. I found it easier, again, as I said before, just to do all of the screws on one side and then go to the next side and just get all of the screws installed. And once those were done, it was easy just to go ahead and run the wire and then crimp. And all I did on this side, again, is just go ahead and run the wire, crimp it through, cut it to length, and then went back and tightened it separately. Now, that took a little bit of time, but YouTube is my favorite, so speed it up. And we're all done. You can see, remember you can't see, and that's the reason why we went with these, is that they just blend in. Doesn't take away from the view at all. Nice and simple installation, and again, just looks nice when you do see it, but for the most part you can't see it. Really happy with how this came out.